there's a problem with the soul, if we repair that, body will be repaired automatically. Am I right?
Exactly.
Dr. Gopala Krishna is a medical doctor who started his journey of spiritual science in search of happiness and the truth under the guidance of Dr. Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and specially trained by Grandmaster Paul Vijay Kumar.
I came from a complete rural background. There in the early morning, I need to answer all the people about their illness, So with that attitude, we started doing medicine, and slowly we entered into the true answer for the illness is spirituality, because the spiritual intellect is the root and physical health is the fruit.
In this journey, he got enlightened and realized that spiritual intellect is the root, physical health is the fruit.
You have done MBBS, which is completely allopathic, which might not believe in spiritual practices, because that's a different set of science, and this is a different set of science like spiritual science. So how has this been combined, and how do you treat patients?
90% of the illnesses are psychosomatic. I applied for myself first and my family members, and we are successful with meditation and all. So we came out of so we give some soul level and spiritual intellect level, spiritual concepts. All together is around 350 spiritual tablets, yeah.
He started sharing the same with his patients who approached him for medical treatment. As a part of this, he established spiritual healthcare centers and maintained them for 10 years in different parts of India. Also offered esteemed spiritual services as an ancillary to qualified treatment with the help of senior masters who are trained by him. Eventually, he strongly advocated the realization of holistic health through meditation in addition to medication. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gopala Krishna on PMC English.
Hello and welcome to PMC English. I'm your host Idris, and dear viewers, today our topic is something different. We have a special guest today here. It's very important that we take care of our health. Health is wealth. It's well said, right? Today we have a doctor here, but you might be wondering why a doctor in a spiritual channel, right? We always say no doctor, no medicine, but this doctor is different. He is an MBBS doctor. He has served the society for 10 years in clinics and hospitals, and he also has done private practice too. So I very warm welcome to our studio Dr. P.S. Gopala Krishna.
Yeah, thank you.
You are from UK, right?
Yeah, so I did my masters in UK, right. Masters in public health, last 2 years, yeah.
Wonderful. You've been practicing medical science for 10 years, right?
Yeah, initially 10 years. The whole period is around 25 years now, so far.
Right.
And then initially I practiced for 10 years, and the experience which I got, a combination of meditation, spiritual science and practice, then slowly it opened up so many channels. So I came out of my actual allopathic practice since last 15 years, I can say, yeah.
Wonderful. So the question is, been practicing, you have done MBBS, which is completely allopathic, which might not believe in spiritual practices, because that's a different set of science, and this is a different set of science like spiritual science. So how has this been combined, and how do you treat patients?
The first and foremost thing is, as a medical doctors, we know very clearly that the psychosomatic illness, 90% of the illnesses are psychosomatic. For that component, definitely I have to admit, my position that the allopathy may not give complete answer. Right. So undercurrently, even while doing the allopathic course itself, during my MBBS degree, a group of doctors we gathered, and we used to discuss a lot of chronic illness and exceptional illnesses are there, where there is no answer for that. So what best we can do for those things, because I am a rural guy basically. I came from a complete rural background. There in the early morning, I need to answer all the people about their illness, Right. So with that attitude, we started doing medicine, and slowly we entered into the true answer for the illness is spirituality, because the spiritual intellect is the root and physical health is the fruit. That is the core formula, we can say. So that slowly, with my own meditation and spiritual book reading, and I was carved by so many spiritual masters like Patriji Sir, Paul, and so many masters, Dr. Newton. And then I applied for myself first and my family members, and we are successful with meditation and all. So we came out of the drugs whatever we are using, allopathic drugs, and then slowly I started using the same to my patients. So over a period of time it
So
developed.
first you applied to yourself, and then the way scientists do. So you did the same thing, right? You followed the same path, being truly a science student.
Exactly, because I used to get a recurrent cough. If I exposed to any cold environment or some cool water, that is what everybody says, don't drink cool water, you will get cough and all. So that is there for me as well. So that recurrent pharyngitis complaint, I used to take a lot of antibiotics every year. But after coming into meditation since last 25 years, I never went to any medicine. Only just with meditation only I am caring for myself. Yeah.
So when patients come to you, do you suggest tablets or some medicines, or just meditation or some spiritual tablets?
Yeah, now of course since last 15 years it is only spiritual tablets. So spiritual tablets means it is not the tablets to eat or drink or to apply or
Right. What are the?
It is all wisdom capsules.
Okay.
Wisdom capsules. So initial part of the journey is a standard practice, and I had a 25-bedded nursing home and all everything. But now we have established a lot of spiritual healthcare centers. We call it as Dhyana Arogya Kendras. Across so many rural areas we established. And I trained a lot of service oriented people also. So they learned the spiritual tablets, and with that they will give counseling. See, basically it is an adjuvant to the existing therapy. Maybe they are using their own drugs for in allopathy or homeopathy, Ayurveda. I am not against to any medicine, Every medicine has got its own true value. Okay, as you said earlier, it's a good point. The medical anatomy, physiology is different. The spiritual anatomy and physiology is different. So here we believe in 7 chakras, the energy patterns, and the knowledge. So this is what we believe as spiritual anatomy and physiology here in spiritual health. Right. So in medical health it is different. So here we try to give them the wisdom, the basic meditation, and slowly they become vegetarians. The righteous diet, vegetarian diet they will take, and based on their spiritual experiences, they learn some spiritual concepts. Okay, so once they learn the spiritual concepts, their internal wrong beliefs will be completely vanished. Right. So whenever that wrong beliefs are completely replaced with the righteous and scientific beliefs, then righteous thinking automatically gives a righteous energy waves in the body, and then of course the physical body will follow it.
Right. So you mean to say if there's a problem with the soul, if we repair that, body will be repaired automatically.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Exactly.
Okay. Coming back to spiritual tablets, I am sure that there are more than 350 spiritual tablets that you have designed.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate what are the sections or subsections and how those have been divided, and how do you prescribe them?
Yeah. So initially we give them the 12 basic tablets. The 12 basic tablets means like the basic meditation, group meditation, pyramid energy, maintaining the silence, vegetarian diet, reading spiritual books, and going for the trekking programs, attending the spiritual science classes, and a little bit into spiritual service if they are already into service. So these basic things first we give for 40 days to 3 months duration. Right. And after that, whatever the experiences they are getting, so based on the experiences, there are sets of spiritual concepts like 2 spiritual tablets and 3 spiritual tablets, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. And apart from this, there are some random concepts to work on relationship wisdom and financial freedom, okay, and social problems. So like that, and whenever especially we are dealing with the exceptional illnesses, so there also we give some soul level and spiritual intellect level spiritual concepts. So those are the random spiritual tablets. All together is around 350 spiritual tablets. Yeah.
That's right. Wonderful. That's great. Great to know that. Moving ahead, like there are people who suffer from like very rare diseases, which are like we don't have the proof of that disease. What is it? What is causing it? What is the solution? Forget about that. So, is there any possibility that you can treat those rare diseases too?
Yeah.
And
so
if you have some examples.
And it's a tough question for me in general life, in fact being a medical doctor. But what I can give is, so the testimonials I have, that is the only evidence I can tell, Almost 8 to 9 years ago, I got a patient from, I can't give the details, but it is a myasthenia gravis case where he was completely on the bed for 6 months. So the myasthenia gravis is a condition where the muscles will go on a graveyard condition. Okay, so he was almost into steroids at that time, and then on the bed itself, somehow he came to know about me, and my assistant started the basic things on him, and he started doing meditation, lying down on the bed itself, and 2 hours slowly increased to 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, like that he increased his meditation time, and slowly he understood. Of course, he is a Jain, so he is a vegetarian by birth. That problem is not there with him, but so in due course of time he understood the concepts about life, who am I, and why he got this illness, and he understood about the past lives wisdom and all. So then automatically he started recovering day by day. Earlier he used to fall by the time he went to even washroom also, but slowly he was completely recovered, and now he went to a Europe trip, and he went to Vaishno Devi, North Indian.
That's great,
areas.
amazing.
So a myasthenia gravis patient going for a trip means it is highly impossible. Earlier he went to Chicago also for the medical solutions, that is the highest point, There also there is no answer for that illness. And apart from this, there are cases like frequently we get like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. So doctors usually understand where the megacolon will become a, completely there are ulcers, will be filled with ulcers, and it is also a chronic illness, almost like a semi-cancerous condition. For the lifetime they have to use medicines. On and off there will be remissions and relapses, and so they will be very thin also. Those cases actually, after coming into meditation, once they become completely stress free, and if they become vegetarian, they are into vegetarian diet, then sooner or later they are getting very great results. And the patients whom I got so far, around 4 to 5 cases I have, because it's a very rare illness, we won't get those people very frequently. But after doing this spiritual workout and understanding the spiritual tablet, it is called Arishad Varga, 6 passions, like the lust, passions, anger management, all these 6 passions, the Arishad Varga, they work. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, it's called in Sanskrit. So once they work on it, so if they recover from those things intellectually, then by that time this the latent mechanism, the command mechanism in our body, that is megacolon, will become completely smooth. So for that I published that a pocket book on 6 passions, Arshad Varga. So that book is a Bhagavad Gita for them. So any megacolon problems, from simple constipation to colon cancer, if they work with meditation and vegetarian diet, and if they understand that wisdom, no doubt they are getting a very great result. Even for the irritable bowel syndrome, IBS cases also, IBS cases. So like that, as you said, the exceptional cases, because they are very rare, and 1 in 1 lakh we get, and then for those people, initially even I also don't know how far the result will come, because of course the chronic cases like hypertension, diabetes, back pain, plenty of cases so far. So far I did more than 10,000 cases in the last 25 years. So it's not that I healed anyone. I am only a path, backer. Like we can teach them meditation, they have to do their own meditation. They should become vegetarians. They have to understand the spiritual concepts. Okay. So regarding these exceptional cases, of late I get a lot of on and off. I get those rare disorders, but in fact I love to do only those cases actually. So the rest of the chronic cases, even my assistants also can handle those things. But these exceptional cases, definitely we are getting very good result. Yeah.
So this book that you said, where is it available?
Yeah, so I have a website, the spiritualtablet.org. Okay. So in that website we kept all the material. It is free to download for anyone. And we have centers also, spiritual tablet centers across AP and all. So anywhere they can come and they can access the physical book or even the PDF downloads they can get.
Wonderful, that's great. You are doing a great service to society.
Yeah, I am doing my job. So I am in childhood, I used to think I have to invent a medicine, should be like no money, and every illness has to be cured with it. So such a medicine I have to invent. So that is what my grand imagination, I don't know how it happens, but so finally I landed in meditation, and definitely it is a complete cure, provided.
That's amazing. And if we talk about the common, cold, then we have headache, pains, back pain, or neck pains, or maybe people have a lot of problem with knees and all these joints, I would say joint pain.
Yeah.
So is there any kind of a solution in spiritual science?
Yeah, see, the chronic illness, basically once they start the basics like doing meditation and understanding the value of plant-based diet, and slowly they inquire into the truth, okay, that self inquiry into truth. So this will automatically, initially by doing this meditation sessions, group meditation sessions by Zoom, actually we are conducting now. No, people are not moving from home, just with the app they are connecting across the globe, you know. Right. So the group meditation session, and keeping a pyramid in their house, you know, on a chair or a bed they can keep a pyramid. That pyramid will start giving energy, pyramid energy, and during full moon days lot of energy, cosmic shower will be there. So they can attend the full moon meditation sessions. Right. So these things will enhance their energy. Usually everybody will get energy during sleep. It is a very little bit amount of energy that will be useful only for the day long purpose. Right. If they are chronically ill patient, means already they are completely deficit of energy, and lot of energy blocks will be there here and there in the body. So for them, intense meditation workout is a must initial days. So with that, once they get that energy, so that will automatically cleanse the energy blocks. Right. And they will get some symptomatic relief initially. Right. So after getting symptomatic relief, then they should work on the knowledge level. So there are 4 levels: energy level, knowledge level, part of the game, and no mind. These are 4 spiritual tablets in 4 spiritual tablets concept. Okay. So initially they work on energy patterns. So there no guru and no teacher is required. They should know all that. They should know that breath observation meditation is important. Right, every day they have to do. Patriji says, yeah, guru. Initially it is the thing. So once they did it and they got relief, so once they start getting different kinds of spiritual experiences and doubts about their life, okay, any emotional patches or anger management, so there the counselors will help them in a great way, and they will start. For every problem we have designed a set of spiritual concepts. For example, if you take the low back pain, which is a second common most complaint in fact. So for that we need to work on the root chakra. So the root chakra is basically problem with 2 things. One is understanding how to do a righteous hard work in life. The hard work pattern they have to understand. Second thing is they have to come out of the fear. Any fear if they carry, whether it is a body fear or mind fear, intellectual fear and soul fear. This is again 4 spiritual tablets. Right. So these 4 fears, they look alike, but how to come out of those fears they need to understand. So these things are very beautifully designed in speeches and concepts. So once they work on the fear, and if they can understand the righteous way of hard work in life, then automatically they can cleanse the root chakra. Right. And once intellectually they are sound with the wisdom means, and energy level or energy patterns also will be smooth, and the physical body will automatically follow it. So that's it. For the low back pain we work on the root chakra. And for chronic illness in and around the abdomen, second chakra wisdom we work. Similarly for the gastric trouble, on third chakra wisdom. Right. On the power and relationships, on both of the things we need to work. And even for the diabetes also. Right. Okay, that's the righteous way of working like a catalyst in day to day life, in materializing the things, whether it is spiritual or material, whatever. So like that every chronic illness, whatever it is there on the body, it is related to that particular chakra. Every chakra has got its own wisdom in intellectual patterns. So we work on that intellectual patterns. Like we have centers in the brain for the physical body. So we have an intellectual brain. Okay, so there, for example, if you take the hands, if you ask anyone what is the purpose of these hands, just to give something and to take something. So how to give and where to take, what to take, so it's all a big science, right? Simply we can't stretch our hand in front of everyone, okay, and at the same time we cannot throw every penny everywhere.
Yeah, we can say
so there is a rationale.
It's a hardware and we need a software to run it.
Exactly. So that give and take mechanism one has to learn in a spiritual way. So once they understand how to give, what to give, when to give, according to our own purpose, everybody will come with a purpose. See, I am a medical doctor in this lifetime. So in my journey, so this lifetime I combined the medicine as well as the spirituality, and I am giving a miraculous solution as a part of my life purpose. Like that everybody will have their own purpose. So according to the purpose they have to understand their give and take. That automatically gives relief from cervical spondylitis, shoulder problems and hand problems and finger problems, like that. So like that according to the body part wise, chakra wise, and based on their spiritual experiences, we designed the spiritual tablets, and that are giving a very beautiful solutions for most of the chronic illness spectrum.
Right. So we spoke about chronic disease and all. So that's really interesting the way you explained the chakras and all, and the connection between the brain and body, and then the spirit and the spiritual body. I would say, rather bodies, isn't it?